Hello friends, welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. My name's Amy. I'm an ordained minister, and we're in Bible study. We're in the Niv. We're in Deuteronomy, chapter 7, and we're doing all of chapter 7. Now, as a reminder, Deuteronomy is a result of they lost some of the beginning parts. They found the books later, so there's both, but this is when they were writing down what they could remember. So, not necessarily written by the same authors, is what I'm saying. Okay. Driving out the nations. When the Lord your God brings you into the land you are entering to possess and drive out before many nations, the Hittites, Girgashites, Amorites, Canaanites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites, 7 nations larger and stronger than you, and when the Lord your God has delivered them over to you, and you have defeated them, then you must destroy them totally. The Hebrew term for this means irrecoverably. So I've gotten better at saying that. Irrecoverably, giving things over or persons over to the Lord, or offer by total destruction. Like think of it like a burnt offering. Make no treaty with them, and show them no mercy. Do not intermarry with them. Do not give your daughters to their sons, or take their daughters for your sons, for they will turn your sons away from following me to serve other gods, and the Lord's anger will burn against you and will quickly destroy you. This is what you are to do to them. Break down their altars, smash their sacred stones, cut down their Asherah poles. That is the symbol of the goddess Asherah. Else here in other places in Deuteronomy, it's a fertility goddess in the opinion of the people worshiping it, demon in the opinion of the Lord. So take your own stance, whatever you like. And burn their idols in the fire. For you are a people holy to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you out of all the peoples on the face of the earth to be his peoples, his treasured possessions. The Lord did not set his affection on you and choose you because you were more numerous than other peoples, for you were the fewest of all peoples, because they really were just one family when they got to Egypt. One very big family, but one family. But it was because the Lord loved you and kept the oath he swore to your forefathers that he brought you out of the mighty hand and redeemed you from the land of slavery, from the power of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Know therefore that the Lord your God, the Lord your God is God. He is the faithful God, keeping his covenant of love to the thousands of generations of those who love him and keep his commands. And a little footnote there. They have actually found the city in which they refer to, Ramesses II, like the city of it with the giant stable, like is described. And they don't call them Israelites in that thing. They call them, it's like, it does talk about a peoples who came there from somewhere else. Something with like snafu or shafu, I don't know, SNAUF or something like that. It is in the name that Pharaoh gave Joseph, which we'll get to as we keep going into the Bible, as we get into, all sorts of stuff. So he gave him a different name. So to the people of Egypt, the only reason they're there is because of Joseph, who in Egypt went by this other name. So the name of the people is named after them. So they found the engraving somewhere. So that's like a... Disney Plus has an archaeological show where they'll show it to you. Okay, his treasured possessions. Now, verse 7. The Lord did not set his affections on you and choose you because you were more numerous than other peoples, for you were the fewest of peoples, but it was because the Lord loved you and kept the oath he swore to your forefathers and brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you from the land of slavery, from the power of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Know, therefore, that the Lord your God is God. He is a faithful God, keeping his covenant of love 1,000 generations of those who love him and keep his commands. But those who hate him, he will repay their face by destruction. He will not be slow to repay their face of those who hate them. That almost sounds like he's going to hit them in the face, I guess. Therefore, take care to follow the commands, decrees, and laws I give you today. Oh, yeah, because, God's hand is pretty big. That's one hell of a, bee slap, if you will. Okay? I'm trying to keep I don't need the censors, man. Okay? If you pay attention to these laws and are careful to follow them, then the Lord, your God, will keep his covenant of love with you, as he swore to your forefathers. He will love you and bless you and will increase your numbers. He will bless the fruit of your womb, the crops of your land, your grain, new wine and oil, the calves of your herds and the lambs of your flock, and the lands that he swore to you, swore to your forefathers to give you. Isn't it interesting how in the Bible, they're all about the new wine. And these days, we're all about the old wine. It's like sort of like the older the wine, the better, right? And then they all want new wine. It's interesting. You will be pleased more than any other people. None of your men or women will be childless, nor any of your livestock without young. The Lord, that didn't come true. The Lord will keep you free from every disease. That's also not true. He will not, maybe with the individual person, I guess, but not always true that he'll give you children. The Lord will keep you free from every disease. He will not inflict on you the horrible diseases you knew in Egypt, but he will inflict them on the people who hate you. You must destroy all the peoples the Lord your God gives over to you. Do not look on them with pity, and do not serve their gods, for that will be a snare for you. You may say to yourselves, these nations are stronger than we are. How can we drive them out? But do not be afraid of them. Remember well what the Lord your God did to Pharaoh and to all of Egypt. You saw with your own eyes the great trials, the miraculous signs and wonders, the mighty hand and the outstretched arm, with which the Lord your God brought us out, or brought you out. The Lord your God will do the same to all the peoples you now fear. Moreover, the Lord your God will send the hornet among them until even the survivors who hide from you have perished. I just talk about that, sending hornets in. Do not be terrified by them, for the Lord your God, who is among you, is a great and awesome God. The Lord your God will drive out those nations before you little by little. You will not be allowed to eliminate them all at once, or the wild animals will multiply around you. It's a strategy. But the Lord your God will deliver them over to you, throwing them into great confusion until they are destroyed. He will give their kings into your hand, and you will wipe out their names from under heaven. They're in the Bible, so their names aren't really wiped out, right? Just, they can't have any more kids because their line doesn't exist anymore. No one, well, as far as we know, anyway, no one will be able to stand up against you. You will destroy them. The images of their God are to burn in the fire. Do not covet the silver or gold on them, and do not take it for yourselves, or you will be ensnared by it, for it is detestable to the Lord your God. Do not bring a detestable thing into your house, or you, like it, be set apart for destruction. Utterly abhor and detest it, for it is set apart for destruction. And I know it's like, but it's silver and gold. It's holding the energy of what it's been used for. So as far as God is concerned, it's unclean. Because remember, if you happen upon a dead anything, until you have the cleansing waters, you're unclean. It's a stricter rules and a different type of culture. So, till the next video, friends. Hello, friends. Welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. My name is Amy, and I'm an ordained minister, and we are in Bible study. We are in the NIV, and we are in Deuteronomy, chapter 8. And we're going to do the whole chapter, because it's just how we roll here. Do not forget the Lord. Agreed. Be careful to follow every command I am giving you today, so that you may live and increase and may enter and possess the land the Lord promised on oath to your forefathers. Remember how the Lord your God led you all the way in the desert for these 40 years, to humble you and to test you in order to know what was in your heart, whether or not you would keep his commands. He humbled you, causing you to hunger and then feeding you with manna, which neither you nor your fathers had known, to teach you that man does not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes out of the mouth of the Lord. Your clothes did not wear out, and your feet did not swell these 40 years. That's miraculous. If I were walking around for 40 years, my feet would definitely swell. Know then in your heart that as a man disciplines his son, so the Lord your God disciplines you. Observe the commands of the Lord your God, walking in his ways and revering him. For the Lord your God is bringing you into a good land, a land with streams and pools of water, with springs flowing in the valleys and hills, a land with wheat and barley, vines and fig trees, pomegranates, olive oil, and honey. A land where bread will not be scarce, and you will lack nothing. A land where the rocks are iron, and you can dig copper out of the hills. Well, okay. The more they describe what like some of these things that they're describing there are also true of where I live, which is also in a desert, just in Arizona. When you have eaten and are satisfied, praise the Lord your God for the good land he has given you. Be careful that you do not forget the Lord your God, failing to observe his commands, his laws, and decrees that I'm giving you this day. Otherwise, when you eat and are satisfied, when you build fine houses and settle down, and when your herds and flocks grow large, and your silver and gold increase, and all you have is multiplied, then your heart will become proud. And how often does that happen to all of us, right? Me included. And you will forget the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. He led you through the vast and dreadful desert, that thirsty and waterless land, with its venomous snakes and scorpions and spiders. I'm sure spiders, because we have those here too. I had a brown recluse in my house today. I had to very carefully take it outside. Poisonous spider. He brought you water out of a hard rock. Yep. He gave you manna to eat in the desert, something your fathers had never known, to humble and to test, so that in the end it might go well with you. You may say to yourself, my power and strength of my hands have produced this wealth for me. But remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirms his covenant, which he swore to your fathers, as it is today. If you ever forget the Lord your God and follow other gods and worship and bow down to them, I testify against you today that you will surely be destroyed. Like the nations the Lord destroyed before you, so you will be destroyed for not obeying the Lord your God. Which does happen. There's 2 different exiles because of that exact thing, which we will get into in later videos. So until the next video, friends. Hello, friends, and welcome to late afternoon Bible study on Adventures in Pixieland. We are still in the NIV. We are in the book of Luke. We are in chapter 7. We're going to do verses 36 through 50. And then we'll have one more video today in the book of Revelations. So let's jump in. Jesus anointed by a sinful woman. 36. Now, one of the Pharisees invited Jesus to have dinner with him. So he went to the Pharisee's house and reclined at the table. When a woman who had lived a sinful life in her town learned that Jesus was eating at the Pharisee's house, she brought an alabaster jar of perfume. And she stood behind him at his feet weeping. She began to wet his feet with her tears, and then she wiped them with her hair, kissed them, and poured perfume on them. When the Pharisee who had invited him saw this, he said to himself, if this man were a prophet, he would know who is touching him and what kind of woman she is, that she is a sinner. Jesus answered him, Simon, I have something to tell you. Tell me, teacher, he said. 2 men owed money to a certain moneylender. One owed him 500 denarii. Okay? So a denarius is a coin worth about a day's wages. Okay, and the other 50. Neither of them had the money to pay him back, so he canceled the debt of both. Now, which of them will love him more? Simon replied, I suppose the one who had the bigger debt canceled. You have judged correctly, Jesus said. Then he turned toward the woman and said to Simon, do you see this woman? I came to your house. You did not give me any water from my feet. Now, I know that seems like a strange statement. Understanding they're roaming about the world in sandals. Okay, open-toed sandals in the desert. They're kicking up dust. Dirt's getting all over their feet. You're going to walk around your house with all the dirt from the outside all over on the inside of your house where it's hard to keep it clean in the first place. I live in the desert. Sandals are popular in the summer. Yeah, I could see why they were washing their feet at the door. You did not give me any water from my feet, but she wet my feet with her tears and wiped them with her hair. You did not give me a kiss, but this woman from the time I entered has not stopped kissing my feet. You did not put any oil on my head, and she poured perfume on my feet. Therefore I tell you, her many sins have been forgiven, for she loved much. But he who has been forgiven little loves little. Then Jesus said to her, your sins are forgiven. The other guests began to say amongst themselves, who is this who even forgives sins? Jesus said to the woman, your faith has saved you. Go in peace. So note, though, how they're in the background going, who is this who thinks he has the right to forgive sins? Now, I know it could seem like it's a time to be very, like that can make us feel very judgmental because we know it's the Messiah. But if you were going about your everyday life and somebody were saying that around you, you wouldn't necessarily have that same reaction. You might be a little like, who is this who thinks he gets to forgive sins? Because I don't get to forgive sins. I don't get to, decide people have sinned. And I don't get to keep people out of heaven. I don't get to throw people into hell. There's a lot of things I don't get to do. Blissfully, because I don't want the ability to do that. I know my temper well enough to know that that is not good. That's not a good plan. Which might be why God didn't give it to me to do. So, blissfully looking out for me and knowing me better than I could even know me. And that is a blessing any day. So until a few more minutes from now, friends, in the book of Revelations. Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. My name's Amy. I'm an ordained minister, and we're in Bible study. We're in the Niv. We are in Psalms, Book 2, Psalm 69. We are doing verses 1 through 18 in this video. And in the video that we'll post tomorrow, you can find 19 through, I think it's like 35. That's why it's broken in two. So, for the director of music, to the tune of Lilies of David. Save me, O God, for the waters have come up to my neck. I sink in the miry depths where there is no foothold. I have come into the deep waters. The floods engulf me. I am worn out, calling for help. My throat is parched. My eyes fail, looking for my God. Those who hate me without reason outnumber the hairs on my head. Many are my enemies without cause, those who seek to destroy me. I am forced to restore what I did not steal. Ooh. You know my folly, O God. My guilt is not hidden from you. May those who hope in you not be disgraced because of me. O Lord, the Lord Almighty, may those who seek you not be put to shame because of me. O God of Israel, for I endure scorn for your sake, and shame covers my face. I am a stranger to my brothers, an alien to my own mother's sons. For the zeal of your house consumes me, and the insults of those who insult you fall on me. Oof. When I weep and fast, I must endure scorn. When I put on sackcloth, people make sport of me. Those who sit at the gate mock me, and I am a song and I am the song of the drunkards. But I pray to you, O Lord, in the time of your favor, in your great love, O God. Answer me with your sure salvation. Rescue me from the mire. Do not let me sink. Deliver me from those who hate me, from the deep waters. Do not let the flood waters engulf me, or the depths swallow me up, or the pit close its mouth over me. Answer me, O Lord, out of the goodness of your love. In your great mercy, turn to me. Do not hide your face from your servant. Answer me quickly, for I am in trouble. Come near and rescue me. Redeem me because of my foes. Ooh. It's kind of David's all deep in his feels, all trapped in those, those floodwaters being those deep emotions. Scorned no matter what he's doing. He was a deeply emotional guy, David. And he had a troubled childhood. That's what you're referring to there with his mother's sons. His brothers didn't know that they had the same father. So, until the next video, friends.